Come on, you cannot say that you have not, at least at one point, thought about this. Of course you have. We all have. We all love the genre, but at the same time, we can all agree that the number of games currently available have declined quite substantially over the last couple years. I mean, who here remembers how excited we all were when Black Desert Online was both announced and then subsequently released way back in 2016? That was pretty much the best looking game we had ever seen. We were enthralled by how good the combat was, how absolutely stunning everything was. Then we got excited for Blade and Soul, we got excited for Revelation Online, and yeah, even Bless Online at one point. Yet each game garnered less interest from players, with players slowly coming to the realization that not only were MMO releases slowing down, but they were all more or less kinda coming out of Asia. Or more specifically, they were coming out of China or South Korea. Now, I'm not saying that those countries produce poor quality games. I am merely stating that the demographic that those countries respectively target is different to ours over here in the West. But then if we, at the same time, just take a moment here to look at games produced over in the West, we see a strange recurring theme as well. There are an alarmingly large amount of indie developers that are looking for crowdfunding to aid in developing a game for the Western market. Games free of pay to win that Eastern MMOs are just so prevalently permeating with. Crowfall, Pantheon, Chronicles of Illyria, Ashes of Creation even. There are so many more that I could name that have just scammed our community out of money over the last couple years, but that isn't my point. My point is that the majority, not all mind you, of these developers have already been in development for years and barely even have a product to show us, let alone allow us to play. And that is perfectly fine. Like, I completely understand, I do. Creating a game, creating an MMO specifically with a small indie dev team can be a very daunting task, and at the same time is an especially arduous process that can take years, 5 years, 6 years or more. But much like Eastern MMOs, after a time, players just kind of grow wary of waiting. They tire, they begin to forget and lose interest. This can ultimately result in them either looking for other games or finding solace in an already established MMO like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy XIV. See, while MMOs continue to buckle under the pressure of a declining player base, more and more players continue to collectively gather within the few remaining games that they believe can stand the test of time. Final Fantasy XIV saw their highest concurrent subscribers in the history of the game when they released Shadowbringers. Now, you have to ask yourself, why is that? I mean, sure, it is a good game. It is a great game even. I love the game, I play the game, and I enjoy the game. But at the same time, it's more than that. The game has been around for going on 7 years at this point. It already has several expansions and is developed and published worldwide by a large AAA company with an established fan base. They push out content regularly, they have a very dedicated community, and you can tell that the game is loved by the people, or at the very least, the person in charge of it, Yoshi P. Most of those points aren't really mirrored by other developers. Most developers in this day and age are of the opinion that they need to make as much money as they can in as little time as possible. I mean, like, heck, even Blizzard, who used to be an incredible developer and publisher, care more about profits these days than what their player base either thinks or wants. And, that shows, especially with regards to World of Warcraft. But the question being proposed right now is, with the market as it currently is the MMORPG genre actually worth investing time into in 2020? Honestly, I have said this before in a video, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it again, but I believe that this year, 2020, is actually going to be a pretty good year. Not necessarily with regards to releases in North America or Europe, but globally. We have more MMOs to look forward to this year than any other year in recent memory, and some of them look very, very promising. But it doesn't end there. Releases will be following going into 2021 and beyond, with hopefully some of the aforementioned MMOs actually delivering on their promises to release. While there has been too many MMO closures to name, and even though larger games continue to suffer increasing declines, the genre itself isn't in a decline. We're just kind of waiting for something new, for something to enthrall us, to entrance us, to make us forget about our responsibilities in real life, to want to just go ahead and order pizza, sit there drinking sodas because we're just too busy playing an MMO to bother getting up. And I do believe that a game like that currently exists, or at the very least will exist. Genres rise in popularity and genres decline in popularity. It happens with everything. Right now, we're just in a lull period where we're waiting for something large to break out and capitalize on all of us just kind of sitting here idle. That could be Amazon's New World, that could be Sega's Phantasy Star Online 2, that could be Bandai Namco's Blue Protocol, or it could be something completely different, who knows? But the genre is not dead. It is not dead at all. Is it dying? No. Are less players actively playing the games? Yeah, definitely. I mean, heck, maybe they're going as far as taking a break from the genre altogether, but the genre itself is still, nevertheless, not dying. Shifting attention, sure, but not dying. That is still a very, very long ways off, if possible at all. Although, I do have a question that I want to propose to all of you guys. Do you think the MMORPG genre is dying? In a state of decay, perhaps? Like, what are your thoughts on the state of the market right now, right this very moment? Go ahead and let me know down in the comments below, and let's talk about it. But that's just my opinion, my impressions of the state of the market in 2020. Anyway, guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you all next time.
Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh.